Hi Cancer, welcome to Free Your Spirit Healing. This is going to be messages for you for your highest good for the month of June 2025. Thank you for joining me. And thank you for subscribing if you haven't already. Appreciate your support. And liking the video, help other Cancers to find it and join our collective. Ooh, see what's coming in for you for June. Ooh. Some kind of third-party situation that you're having a disagreement with one of the three about, and it may be that you found something out about someone else interfering in some kind of connection, something that you intend to overcome in June. Ooh. And involves a choice around a soulmate, Cancer. Whoa. Ah. Emotions flying everywhere. Or you are... Oh, I do apologize. Poof. You are keeping your emotions tempered. Although there's a lot going on under the surface for you. There seems to have been some kind of a conflict that you have steered through and overcome. Some kind of differences or disagreements with someone. But I feel like you have decided to defend your position and defend some kind of defense. You're defensive around a connection with a soulmate, so you're defending that or standing up for it, or recognizing that you can be your own authority in this situation. And there may be other people around it giving you their opinion, which may have you temporarily trapped in your thoughts or feeling restricted in some way. Yet I feel that all that does is it makes you take your time more to sink deeper into yourself and your own compass and your own moral compass to sort your own feelings out. And I feel like you're making a decision to cut out the conflict that has been created due to some kind of third-party interference is what I'm getting. And it does seem to be talking of something that's close to your heart and something that you take practical action towards in June. Yet I feel you also, in order to take practical action, you are overcoming your own inner fears and conflicts around the situation that has transpired or that does transpire. And you'll need to gain perspective of your situation from like looking at it from the outside in order to gain clarity and speak your truth in a way that can be received by someone who's been quiet. Someone in the situation has been quiet or patient, or has been preserving their energy or going internal with their energy. It does look like there is a renewal of a contract or a new contract, and this could be a soul contract on the table to do with a soulmate or a lover. And that's something that you are both considering. Even though there's been, I feel, secrets or things that have been unknown or kept in the dark, maybe due to this person's quiet nature, there's things that you don't know. And that could be part of what has made you feel disturbance or unrest in yourself, is working with the unknown. Yet I feel like you are, I heard, fixated on defending your peace and your happiness, and defending your idea of what that is and what that looks like to you, and what you desire to build long-term in stability with yourself and in your own heart and in your own soul. And you may have done some inner child work around childhood traumas, or that might be something you're looking to do in June, is to be more vulnerable in relationship, in order to create more trust and a deeper connection with family, with a family member or someone who feels like family, or possibly with this soulmate. So someone who you care very deeply about. It feels that, yeah, it feels like there's a lot of deep feelings around this. And it feels like you are ready to collaborate with this person. This also could be you speaking up about a situation to do with money or work, or something that's valuable to you. And also being surrendered to what is, and the things that you don't know, being like trusting that things are unfolding as they are meant to. I know that's sometimes really hard, isn't it, Cancer, where you feel like unnerved by the insecurity of not knowing the outcome of something. But I feel that in June, that the work that you do on healing something that happened in your childhood that you recognize has created a knee-jerk pattern in you. I feel like you might be looking at that or just healing it. So creating the opposite. So looking at it, what triggers you, and then looking at the opposite of that trigger. So if you find something makes you jump to a conclusion, or makes you automatically feel rejected or hurt or abandoned in some way, I feel like you're going to look at that and fill in the gap, or create the opposite, or do affirmations that create the opposite in some way, and build that muscle, build that strength, build that reprogramming self thing. And in doing that level of inner healing work, it is strengthening your psychic intuition, Cancer, which is already very strong. But I think sometimes when we have experiences that create trauma, it can knock our ability to trust ourselves and to trust our spiritual guidance, or feel cloudy over what that means or how it shows up. So I feel like with the work that you're doing on finding your center and rediscovering your alignment with yourself, and the trust bond that you have with yourself, and knowing what you want, and not taking influence from external, just completely understanding who you are and what your needs are. I feel that's really strengthening your connection to your higher self, and it's putting you in the hot seat. So that's really good. And it's also giving you insight into assessing where you're at in your journey, and what you've got going on, and what you want to create moving forward. So you're like looking at how far you've come, or what you want to do to change your immediate future, to clear your path and trajectory of what you intend. So there's an exercise that I was listening to that I'm going to do as well for myself, which is that you think about a goal that you have, and it might be like a really outrageous goal. I don't know, you might want to become a millionaire, or you might want to skydive, or I don't know, it could be anything. You might want to set up a church, or a center, or a gym, or whatever it is you want to do. And then so you look at where you're at now, and you look at that end goal, and then you work backwards, like to figure out backwards what steps it would take to get you there, so that you can see clearly that is possible. So if it was if you're wanting to own or run a gym, for example, you'd need a building and all the equipment, and or you need a loan to do that. So it's like looking at your finances and seeing how much money you can get a loan for, or what connections you know, or who would sponsor you, or whether you can start a GoFundMe, and all those kind of things. So that's like on a practical level, but you can do that with anything. You can do that with a relationship, or you can do that with a thing, or a career, or however you want to do. So I feel like you're doing that. You're assessing where you're at and where you want to go, and how you're going to get there. And with your assessment in June, I feel like there is either you're making an offer, a love offer to someone, or a heartfelt offer to someone, or they're making it to you. Let's see. Wow. Okay. So you're really looking at what you have to give emotionally to maybe this connection, maybe this soulmate connection. You're looking at how far you've come, and where you want to go, and how you're going to get there. And I feel like you may feel one step closer to your goal now than you were, say, at the beginning of the year or last year. You may feel satisfied with where you're at internally, with the work that you are doing to better yourself in your home life, and in your emotions, and in the way you handle things. And you may feel more settled in the month of June, and you may be really analyzing what brings you peace and what brings you stability and satisfaction, and you're also looking at what can influence you to take your guard down or to be less guarded. What will influence you to be more open? That's probably the best way to put it. And I feel like you're still in building mode, or what's another way of putting that? Like assessing mode, or the mode of putting the pieces together mentally before you take action. So you may be in meditation mode, you may be doing a lot of personal alone time thinking to figure out what your next step is in creating that emotional stability and satisfaction for yourself before moving forwards. But you are also feeling ready to move forwards, and moving forwards may include making travel plans or traveling to see someone. So ooh, you got a love read this month, Cancer. Oh wow. And I feel like it's your desire to create reciprocity and to be in a position to help others, and that's a beautiful place to be at. And I feel like in your work you have also achieved that in some way, that you're helping others, and that's also assisting your self-healing work. There may be a situation where you felt backstabbed or betrayed or lied to by someone or a situation, or that might be part of something that happens to you in June, and it was something that really wasn't for your highest good or in your interest. It's something that was pulling you off course, or there is something that tries to pull you off course. It may be someone in your field who has not got the best intentions or is just out for what they can get. And I feel like with your intuition being strong in June, and with the healing work that you're doing on yourself, that you will see it, even though you may not see it physically or hear it physically. You will feel it with your senses. So even if you feel like your eyes are closed or you're not privy to the information, there's something you will sense, and you will know who it is, or you may already know who I'm talking about for your situation. But with that, I feel you make in June a very clear decision to walk away, to move on from that, or from that devilish aspect of connection, or from that something that was holding you back, and it was something unfavorable, devilish, yeah, something not good. So you're making a clear decision to leave that behind, to I heard let sleeping dogs lie. So you're leaving, you feel like you're quietly moving away from whatever that is, and yet taking your chances. Oh wow, something is really destined, that you've got travel again on the travel card of Chariot, you've got the Wheel of Fortune, and on the bottom of the deck you've got the Star. So there is something that you are destined to do that you are moving towards in June. And I feel like there's a cycle closing out, and something divine is aligning for you, dear Cancer. That's awesome. And this is the Spirit card Oracle deck for you. Something divine is aligning for you. That's beautiful. You deserve it, Cancer. You're such a big, soft, melty heart, and you're such a hard worker. So you really do uplift the collective. You're a wonderful people person. And, very good at nurturing and taking care of others. So please take time to nurture and take care of yourself as well. Oh, wow. So from the Spirit deck, you've got Lion Spirit, confidence, decisiveness, leadership. I feel like this is what you are working on and pulling towards you. You are like embodying this. This is what you're calling in for yourself. Like, these are the qualities that you are bringing out and working on being and projecting, and you are becoming stronger and stronger day by day, week by week, and you're being more decisive. So you're owning your own alignment, and you're becoming more confident. And despite the hiccups, I got a little hiccup thingy there. So despite the hiccups, you are being courageous and moving stronger into your own confidence and your own alignment. That's really beautiful, Cancer. And number 22 or 2, which is duality or decision making, or 2 and 2 is 4, so stability. I feel like you are creating structure and stability for yourself in your own life, so that you have what you want in place to bring to relationship, and you're working on that, and you're being a leader. So I feel like the leadership thing is something to do with work. I think you're embodying your confidence too, and that even if you're not in a managerial position, within the team of people that you work with, you are taking on a leadership role, and leadership qualities are coming out in you regardless. So even if you're not a manager, which you might actually be, let me know in the comments. Yeah, tell me what you do that embodies that. I'd love to hear. But you are being the leader, and that's really benefiting you in the month of June, and you're doing great. So have a wonderful month, and see you next month.